Maybe the first thing I must have ever seen that I watched over and over again would probably be my parents' wedding tape. And it was like a musical performance, because my dad sang as my mom came down the aisle, then they sang a song together, and then they got married, and then they sang a song, and then they walked out, you know. They always loved playing that tape and talking about how no one had seen it and everyone said it was like a musical. So I think early on, wanting to follow in your parents' footsteps, you know, it was like that's the first thing I was exposed to them doing. That was something that they enjoyed to do that didn't seem normal or regular in every family, was that they liked to sing. Feel like a dork. I want to take the ball back. I want to remind people that there's a way to do this that breaks the entire industry and changes the rules and sets a new bar. People get so comfortable falling into this place of how it's supposed to work and following the rules and having whatever help they have to get them there. But every now and then, someone comes along that punches such a hole in the system of what is going on that they have to take notice, and the rules will never be the same. But there are good people everywhere, so that's why it's important to travel. One of the cool things about being a musician is I've always dreamed of being able to go travel and go see different places, go see the world. I can't think of another way. Because I definitely can't afford it. Every now and then someone comes and does it their own way without anyone's help. Of course we would like some help, but listen to me, big shots, these guys, you know. Make it worth the while to nurture an artist again. Pick somebody that's really got a seed that needs to be planted in the right soil and grown and looked after and loved. When I started, I thought I would just be a singer. And I wanted to sing big songs. I wanted to be a big guy, but I didn't know what it would take to get there. But along the way, you have to learn these other parts of the process in order to create your ideas. So first I was a singer, but then sometimes the person who's supposed to play piano wouldn't show up or something. You'd have to sing a cappella. I never had a problem with that, but I didn't want to be at the mercy of that either, you know? So it's like I wanted to be able to take the power into my own hands to figure out how to back myself up. $2,000 guitar, not yet. My dad had like a little tiny keyboard, so I tinkered with that a little bit as a kid. First I learned keys so that I could play behind myself while I would sing. And then when I got into high school, it was all about the people who could play guitar. It was like, you know, the cool guys played guitar, and I wanted to be cool too. You know? So. Guitar centers are cool. They're a little different than mom and pop shops though. At a mom and pop shop, you could say, oh, you know, can I get it for 30 bucks or something? You can maybe haggle with the guy, you know. And it depends on his relationship with you. The longer that they've seen you and they know that you need maybe a distortion pedal, or you're here to trade. Sometimes you can trade a guitar. You know, I have this one, but like, what else could I get if I swapped it out of here? Not a guitar center. I told my mother I wanted to play guitar one day, and that's when I learned that my mom used to play guitar. So she was like, oh yeah, you want to play guitar? She was like, I used to play guitar. I was like, what? She's like, I have a guitar. I was like, yeah, and she was like, you could have it if you want. We could go get it tonight. And I was just beyond, I was over the moon.
Self-taught. I remember when he was fiddling on the guitar for a summer, and then by the end of that summer, he was making masterpieces on that guitar. Like, strictly self-taught. And not only guitar, but piano, drums, all types of instruments, violin. If it can make a sound, he's gonna figure out how to use it. And yeah, it's a natural gift that he has. So he's progressed a lot over the years as far as his musicianship and playing instruments. It's done nothing but progress. And it's, you know, it's fun to see. It's fun to watch.
When I was learning to play guitar, I would take my guitar to a shop and they would notice that I moved the place that you put the strap. I moved it so that I could reach higher up on the guitar. And they would go, "Why'd you move that?" And I would say, "Oh, because I'm left-handed." And I've had people pass it back to me and say, "Buy a left-handed guitar." If I were to play a left-handed guitar, I would need one everywhere that I went. And a right-handed person couldn't play it. And I wouldn't be able to play a right-handed person's guitar. But because that's the only guitar that I had around to learn that summer, probably when I was 14, 15, that's what I taught myself to learn on. And that's the difference between me and Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix played real left-handed, but I play a right-handed guitar. I'm trying. Over to the left.
Played it with the strings reversed, so
Sometimes that's all you got, right?
cool, man.
Yeah.
So you have to learn this. You have to learn your chord structure is totally different to play it like that.
Yeah, but the same shapes, right?
Right, same shapes, but you had to play them different. But you know, in position. Huh, wild.
I didn't like the idea of having a left-handed guitar everywhere I was gonna go, you know?
No, I like that too. That's one of the ones he's messing with.
My mother went to Catholic school. She had like a singing nun guitar teacher that would like sing to them and stuff. So she fell in love with singing. And back then she said that, you know, in families, like you had to play an instrument, you know, so you had to pick something. So she played guitar, her brother played the drums, and her sister, my Aunt Arlene, played accordion. I actually have the accordion and I have the electric guitar, you know, and I use them on every song that I record here on my own. My dad was more like orchestra instruments. He liked to play the saxophone and the flute. You know, if there was a special occasion, if he was feeling good, he'd break out his flute and start playing. You know. No, it goes back. Yeah. I imagine you guys have quite the collection at your house. To combat the things everyone goes through, because I'm not unique in like having anxiety or depression at times and things like that, but the best medicine for me is to come out here, grab a book, and sit down and play. And during the pandemic, I was listening to the radio a lot. I was listening to like maybe 5 stations at a time. I'm hearing Harry Styles out there. I'm hearing the rise of Olivia Rodrigo. These things that are playing on popular radio or playing on the stations that I could envision my kind of writing being on. And when I hear a good song, I have to have it. You know, because I don't just listen to the song when I like the song. You know, I listen to the radio in the car because that's all I got. You know, my car is old. It's a 97 Ford Explorer. You know, so. It was a book called Love Songs of the 70s. Yep. Here it is right here. This is my first songbook. On the drive home, I was like, Dad, you know, like, I know this song, I know this song, I know this song. So he felt a little bit better about buying the whole book. But I know this song, where do I begin? How deep is your love? Hopelessly devoted to you. If I know more than 3 or 4 songs in a music book, I have to get it. And add it to my collection under the piano. I was hooked. From then on, if I needed a song, I got the book for it if it was possible. I've got several books here. I collect them I have to pay tribute to my little hometown music shop. How you doing, Alex?
Good day. Oh my goodness, we're dressed to kill. How are you today? My goodness.
Happy New Year to you.
Good looking, man. And now you make me feel exposed for forgetting my shoes at home. You know we love you.
How long have I been coming here?
You've been coming for ages, but you probably know the exact time I do because you asked me to remember those things.
Yeah. Probably when I was 14 or something, and my mom.
You were young and I was good looking.
And I would trade my guitars and all kind of things. How's it going?
Nobody has the definition of what everybody's in love with. So imagine now music being something, or we don't know what it is, and we're all musicians. So we're kind of lost in a very beautiful place. So what you see here is my effort to decode how music refers to and responds to and interacts with our brain.
I remember you telling me that chords make you feel a certain way, like minors
Yes.
or majors.
So look what happens. Music equals to the number 12. There were 12 gods of Greece, 12 apostles, and so you understand that there is 12 when you go to Las Vegas and you throw your dice. So basically
12 inches on a ruler.
Yes, so basically a human civilization is based on the number 12. And how simple it is that music is comprised out of 12. Music is presented to us within the number 12. When we choose 3 out of 12, we call it a triad or a chord. Now the word chord, chordi in Greek, means one string. This should be called trichord. That's what it is. And it is a trichord because on the old days, on the Greek harp, it used to be 7 strings. And 3 out of 7, which is taken out of 12, creates a chord. When we hear 3 things within 12, we create 5 different feelings. The 158 produces happiness, 148 produces melancholia, sadness, 147 is called diminished and it's terrible, 159 is called augmented, it's terrible, and 168 is called suspended, and it's suspense between the beautiful feelings of music and the bad feelings of music. Everything has to do with the mathematics within the number 12.
All right.
That's a sign of how the human brain works. These are the 12 modes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you turn this around, you're gonna go into 12 different modes of the major scale. This is the harmonic minor scale. This is the melodic minor scale. These are the different elements of music, and this is how the human brain processes them.
I've been coming to these little shops since I started playing music. Whether it was McCabe's or it was marina music or it was boulevard music, I had to stop at all 3 if I was in the area. Little surfer, little one, made my heart come all undone. Do you love me? Do you serve a girl? Oh, I have watched you on a shore, standing by the ocean's floor. Do you love me? Do you serve her? Do you love me? Do you serve her, girl? Ooh, yeah, my little surfer girl. Yeah. Nothing like a mud. Sounds so warm.
Good.
Thank you.
It was like just at the beach. He says, what do you do? I said, I'm in a band. I'm in a band too. I'm in the Beach Boys. My name's Brian Wilson.
You have a nice Christmas?
It's amazing.
So we sit there talking. Do you surf now? Surf.
I was always in front of some kind of audience at either vocal recitals or dance recitals or something. And then I was in the church choir, and then I was in choir at school.
Norman just joined us late in the year, and he became one of our stars. He's got a great voice and a great personality to go along with it, and we're so lucky that he joined us. He's also a tap dancer extraordinaire, which is real good. Just a multi-talented guy. Just because my composure slips, and your lips behind. Chances are you think that I'm your Valentine. Your chances are awfully good.
And that led to discovering the drama club, where I found out that I liked to do some acting and singing in musicals and stuff.
You're always wondering what might have been. Then she walks in.
Not so sensitive. Splash her with the wind.
Scare her.
Give her what she wants. Give her what she.
I can show you the world. Shining, shimmering, splendid.
And then, you know, in high school, then it started to become about making a band and booking shows outside of school to go play. So it's always been very audience driven.
The greatest love of all. The greatest love of all. The greatest love of
But my rock bottom, when I was just so hurt and so lost, all the audiences were gone. All my friends were gone. I was sleeping all day. I didn't want to be awake. On any given day, if I'm in a good mood and I sit down at an instrument, it's a good idea to have a recorder handy, because I could get on some kind of groove or a new rhythm. And even when I'm not at an instrument, sometimes I'm just inspired. I'm feeling so good that I hear something and I catch it on a voice memo or a Tascam handheld device, or open up a session and start it. I carry around lots of notebooks and pens with my, with my little go bag, because I never know when I need to write down my ideas and keep track of them, or write down a new goal. I'm just always chasing little victories.
We're waiting on Norm, man. You got the key right now, man. You got the magic key. You got the numbers. We just need you to get up in the studio.
I'm trying to handle that responsibility, man. I know.
Yeah. Let me see how the face at. Okay, we're gonna take all that shit off.
Do what you gotta do.
That shit gotta go.
You know I trust you. You know what you're talking about.
Damn. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure it out. Like, how did this happen?
That's not how he left it, he said.
Right, man. Just that.
You can always feel the difference, man.
Awesome. Yeah, you feel good?
Yeah, man.
Huh? Feel
You
better?
always take care of me, man.
No,
In 2006, when I was growing up and just finding my foot in, 16 years old, my dad passed away in cancer. He was a rock in my world, as far as how I was grounded just my ultimate Mufasa, you know. So I fight this battle and I'm on this journey for more than just me, you know. I'm getting a chance to live out dreams that my parents would have loved to have, you know, and that was a big thing that they always tried to tell us, is they wanted us to have chances that they didn't growing up. You know, we all know the struggles of America and the crazy history, you know, between how the races of people have treated each other and how the country came to be and all this other stuff, you know, it's all sensitive stuff. Shortly before COVID, my mom was complaining of chest pain, feeling like she was sick and had a cold, like a bad cold. She couldn't breathe, she couldn't catch her breath. And one morning I stepped out to take my nephew to school. It was like, one moment you're saying, all right, I'll be back in a minute. And the next moment, a pillar in your life is like gone. But part of their love and your parents raising you and everything they go through and see you through and help you through, all of these are lessons and things that never go away. They're part of how you live the rest of your life. They're what you pass on to your own children, you know. When I sing, you're hearing a combination of the love of my mother and my father. The range of both their voices, you know. Because I can sing high. That's my mother and me. You know, not everybody can sing high, man. I can sing high. Higher than most of the girls that I know, you know. So that's what helps me share my ideas and be able to bring them to life and record my ideas so I can hear them back, because I have such a high range, and that's thanks to my mother. And she encouraged me to be myself and just, you know, work with the tools that I have. My collection and everything has just been an ongoing journey. You know, my music books are my dad and me, you know, and collecting them and everything. My instruments are. When my mother was growing up, it was kind of part of how your family was raised. You were supposed to play an instrument. My parents are right here. They're right here, they're with me wherever I go. They're in my fingers, they're in my breath. When I sing, they're in my energy. They help me get up out of bed every morning, you know. And everybody here is on a great adventure. And after this, is on to the next one, you know, so. We'll all find out soon enough. I carry the weight of my ancestors on my shoulder. I got something for them. I got a show for you to see. I got something. I could challenge anybody that's out there doing it. It's within me, and it always will be. That's all I know how to do. And that's what I do. That's who I am. I'm Norman Lankford Jr., baby.